Before we even get to Representative Sherrell, and trust me, we're going to get to him, can we have the conversation about the death penalty? Those folk who support the death penalty would try to convince us all that it is the only way that family members of murder victims can get justice. They would have us believe that through the death penalty, citizens will be deterred from crime, furthering their argument by feeding us that society is protected when we exact the death penalty, and it preserves, listen to this, it preserves moral order. Can I just say, as a man, a black man that has lost a sibling to a violent murder, that none of these arguments are real. None of them. If, as a family member of a murder victim, we tied our idea of justice to the death penalty, we would never be whole. For we know the system is flawed at picking who and when a person receives this archaic type of punishment. If you kill a white person in America, you are more likely to get the death penalty, especially if you as a defendant are a black person. Not to mention the sheer number of times that the wrong person is convicted for murder. On average, in this country, since 1973, nearly 4 people a year are exonerated while waiting to be killed. 4 people a year. The idea of killing one innocent person is too much, let alone 4 every year. The crime rate is not lowered because folk are threatened with the death penalty. So using the determined argument is simply a lie and needs no rebuttal, which also puts to bed the idea that society is protected, which leaves us with the moral order argument. And also back to this video. When we are made to face the factual existence in which we encounter the hard truths, things manifest in ways that are unintended. And that was the case here.
Thank you, Representative Powers, for bringing this. I think it's a very good idea. And I was just wondering about, could I put an amendment on that? It would include hanging by a tree also.
See, for Sherrell, the moral order isn't that white Americans should be forced to celebrate Black History Month. As we saw him earlier this year, in February, propose a bill to change a street name from John Lewis to Donald Trump. Donald Trump, a person who has no significant ties to the state of Tennessee, versus John Lewis, who went to college in the city of Nashville and was one of the students who took part in the city sit-in, making Nashville the first major southern city to desegregate lunch counters. And then there's this. On the last day of Black History Month, Representative Sherrell, a member of the Republican leadership in Tennessee State House, suggests that hanging, not just any hanging, but hanging from a tree branch, be added to state law.
Could I put an amendment on that? It would include hanging by a tree also. And also, I would like to sign on to your bill, sir.
And this is because his idea of moral order, meaning his idea of what is proper to do or reasonable to expect, is just that. To see this country made great again by having Black bodies swinging from oak trees in the South. But the true question is not about what will happen to Representative Sherrell, but instead, how will America respond? Because looking back at who was lynched and why, we know that historically, this country shared the same moral order as this racist representative. I am Mondale Robinson, and be ye not fooled by the fools.